Welcome back, guys. It's your favorite life coach, MB, and we are here for our nightly check-in. And I just want to know, how did you guys do today? How many of you guys took inventory of your day and found that you were doing an exceptional job, an excellent job at doing intentional actions that will lead you towards your goal? And how many of you guys realized, okay, I'm doing some peripheral actions that I don't think are really going to lead me towards my goal, but for some reason they feel important? It's okay. A lot of people do that. We all do that. It's okay for you to not be sure about what it is that you're doing and if it is in fact really pushing you towards your goal, or if it's just kind of a mirage and got you going on a hamster wheel where you think you're getting somewhere because you're being busy when actually you're kind of staying in place. So one of the key things to focus on when you're trying to determine whether or not an action is an intentional action or a peripheral action, and remember, those peripheral actions are the ones that are over here that aren't really going to get you towards your goal. Like our person this morning who was going from the couch to 5K, she was being busy researching what kind of shoes she should wear, what kind of clothes, how much water to drink, and all this other stuff, but she wasn't taking the intentional actions of actually getting up and exercising and working out to actually get her from the couch to the 5K. So the peripheral goals are usually anything that does not have a numerical value, and your intentional goals are measurable, which means that they have a numeric value. It can be percentages, it could be whole numbers, decimals, whatever. It's a measurable goal, which makes it an intentional goal. It's a measurable task, therefore it's an intentional action. Okay, so just think about the things that you're trying to do. What is your goal? All right, and what actions are you taking right now? And do you have a number to it? So if your goal is to make 3 sales this week, all right, well, you're putting numbers on it now. So how many phone calls do you have to, how many appointments do you have to book each day in order to get on a call with probably 3 people? And how many of those 3 people are you sure you're going to close? Like maybe you'll close 1 out of 3. So if your goal is to have 5 or 6 closes by the end of the week, then how many phone calls do you have to set up? How many calls do you have to be on? And how many closes do you have to make to get that number? If your goal is to make $1 million, do you know the numbers of that? How many units do you have to sell at $250 to get to $1 million? Or how many units do you have to sell at $1,000 to get to $1 million? Think about that. So anytime you want to determine whether or not you're focusing on a peripheral action or an intentional action, you can simply justify or figure it out by saying, okay, can I measure this? Is it measurable? You can't measure, okay, I'm going to wear these kind of clothes to go run in this kind of weather. You can't measure, I'm going to wear these track shoes because they're going to you can't measure that. But what you could measure is for our couch to 5K woman, you can measure, all right, I'm going to go do a mile today and time it. Okay, I have a specific time that I need to do each mile to make sure that I get the 5K completed in this amount of time. And I'm going to do my best to run more the next day so that I am getting to the point where I'm running more than the 5K to ensure that when I do get to the 5K, I can complete it, and I complete it in the time that I want to do it. So, key point, if you want to make sure that your actions are intentional and not peripheral, what are you going to do? You're going to make sure that they're measurable. And how do you do that? You make sure there's a number attached. All right, guys, that's all I got for this evening. As always, if you don't remember anything else, always remember this. It's a great day to be alive. It's a great day to be great. It's a great day to find the greatest in you. So go out and live the greatest day of your life.